Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He's used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated, so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. they pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
If you look at the internals of the data, are very strong. Mr. Trump is inheriting a very strong economy.
Unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Really, he's inheriting a very strong economy, according to Zandy. What is he, nuts? Strong economy? Our annual GDP economic growth, 1.8%. What is he, nuts? Growth? This is insane, what they tell us. Auto loan delinquencies. We have 6 million Americans that are 90-plus days delinquent. 40% of student loans, the payments, they're behind over 180 days. Student loans. So they're not paying their student loans. They're not paying their car payments. But this is a strong economy with a growth of 1.8% annualized. Our annualized growth should be at least 3 to 4% minimum, creating 325,000 jobs every Friday, which tomorrow we got our jobs report. Which, remember, every jobs report, 40% of the number that they give us is fake. Fake. If they're going to give us 200,000 jobs, 40% of them are fake, are fraud. Using birth death rate metric system where they just plug in the numbers they want to birth, they take out the numbers they want to kill them. It's a metric system designed by Greenspan for the Kennedys. That's unbelievable they're telling us this kind of stuff. Strong? I mean, you got to admire Zandy's his interpretation of strong. Consumer debt. When people go buy stuff, when somebody says, I'm going to go buy a car. No, you didn't go buy a car. You bought debt. When you say, I'm going to go on vacation. No, you didn't go on vacation. You went on a debt splurge. Unless it's in your savings account that you can take from your savings account and buy a car or go on vacation. But people are using plastic. Credit card delinquents. Incredible. Just incredible. Along with the auto loan delinquencies. And, of course, the student loan delinquency. This is crazy. And think about this. How could we have a good economy or good jobs when you have a government collecting $3.2 trillion and spending $3.8 trillion? What are you, nuts? Every time they spend more money than they take in, That's a killer. You can't grow the economy because the government goes out and says, oh, I need $800 billion. We spent $800 billion more than we took in. So we're going to go out and offer on our treasuries. We'll pay people 2.5% to come here and buy the $1 trillion that we need to borrow. That $1 trillion. We expanded the economy by $1 trillion. It's all debt out there, and we need you to pick it up. So we'll offer 2.5%, and you come in and buy this $1 trillion from us at 2.5%. Oh, well, everybody goes in and buys. Of course, they're not going to go to the bank when they get 0.25%. We talked about this yesterday. So here we have the government spending more than they take in, and they crowd out. They crowd out the banks. So the banks don't get the money. People who save, they don't put the money in the bank. So then when the small business goes over to the bank and the small business wants to expand, he can't, because if he can, like I said yesterday, they'll lend him. They'll lend him at 8%, 9%, 10%. Well, he's not going to add on to his restaurant. He's not going to add on to his business. He's not going to buy equipment. This is crazy. We have a rigged market capital system. Unlike a free market capital system, a rigged market capital system comprised of widespread fraud, lying. And the lying has become so secondary, so second nature to Washington and Wall Street, that they don't know they're lying anymore. Just crazy. You know, Obama has gotten so grumpy since he lost the election, which means since Hillary lost, because what was that? It's a rebuke of his monetary policies of redistribution of wealth. Obamacare. His adding 20,000 regulations over the last 8 years at a cost to a small business of $100 billion annually. And then, we just got a new Christmas present from him. Yes, he's going to give us, before he leaves office, a nice present, he says, especially small businesses. He's going to give them another 98 regulations, which 17 alone will add another 100 million on top of the 100 billion. And this is why you can't grow the economy. If anybody says, what a strong economy. Are you kidding? The regulations are killing our growth. See, Obama has always hated small businesses. Because, see, small businessmen, small businesswomen, they're fiercely independent. See, they don't want to depend on government. They just want to depend on themselves. Oh, he hates that. And the employees of these businesses, they're independent. And these employees just want an honest day's pay for an honest day's work, but they want to be independent of the government. And then these employees, They live within their means. They pay their bills on time. They want to excel, to achieve. They too want one day to have the opportunity of being an owner. Open up their small business without government interference, but it can't happen. No. Are you kidding? With the regulation, Obama killed small businesses by putting in regulation after regulation and raising taxes on them. See, Obama refused to create an environment for small businesses to be successful. He made sure he cut their source of lending, which was community banks. And then he overtaxed the small businesses, overregulated the small businesses, and now we have more small businesses closing their door than opening. He's the only president that has done that. Now, what's Trump going to do? He's got to turn it around. But here's the problem. The stock market has been going up since he got elected. This is a head fake rally. What, you think he can fix all this? He's not even in office. He's not even in the Oval Office, and we have the stock market going up 5%. How can the stock market go up 5% when earnings growth isn't going up? How can the stock market go up, the S&P go up when it has a value, when it had a value of 24%, and now it goes up, and it needs a value of 26%, or a P of 26 instead of 24, but they can't get there. There's no earnings growth. The only thing that it's making the market go up is euphoria. It's just crazy. So the market continues to go up. And here's the problem. People think, wow, he's going to do all this overnight. The economy's going to turn so fast, go up. Things are going to be terrific. And all these people from Europe who are coming over here, who are buying into it, and they're selling their euros and they're buying dollars so they can buy stock, because you need to buy stock in U.S. dollars. Boy, are they going to get a surprise? Are they going to get caught? Are they going to get caught? It's amazing. See, the economy right now is so weak. It's going to take time to turn. This is a time you sell into this rally, into the Trump rally. Sell into it. Take your profits. I'm not saying take them all, but anytime you see something like this happen, you sell into it. Don't start buying it after the market's going up at 180%. Hey, we'll be right back after a few words here on Phil's Gang. 15 past the hour.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, we're closing on 2016, and we're looking forward to President-elect Trump, his administration, and his prosperous economy. And what a great time to invest. I have not been this excited about the stock market in years. He's going to straighten out the economy, and the market's going to be terrific. This past year, I informed Phil's Gang that the big winner was going to be mining stocks, gold mining stocks, and were we right? Some gang members gained as much as 50, 60, 70%. That's right. What an exciting year this has been for gold mining. So stay tuned, because this year we think it's going to be oil. Join the gang, philsgang.com. Just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show, where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
You're listening to The Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grandy. Be sure to check out the all-new Phil's Gang website at philsgang.com. The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 Stock Charts.
And welcome to Phil's Gang. I want to welcome 1260 The Buzz. That's in Boston. And we're glad to have you aboard. We start on that station today. Boston. Boston's a beautiful place. I love in Massachusetts. Western Massachusetts is gorgeous, especially in the fall. Right in the corner of New York State and Vermont. What a beautiful place. Williams College up in that area. Beautiful. Boston's cool. Boston, right, Boston itself, and then you go to, it's unique. You got Boston, then you go to Martha's Vineyard, or you can go to the western part of the state. Just gorgeous up there. I love it up there. Okay, so what's going on? All right, we're talking about this rally. Well, first of all, we know the entire rally since 2009 was front-loaded. We went up 180%, not because companies are making money, not because the economy's doing well, not because people have good jobs and after they pay all their bills, they have enough money to go out and buy durable goods. Those are goods that last 3 years or longer, and companies are being profitable because of it. And it has nothing to do with that. The stock market keeps going up because we rigged the market to go up. Most of it's all stock buybacks. But think of the people who just got sucked in when the planners and their money managers told them, get into bonds, because they knew people at the end of 2009, they were so tired of losing money, they said to them, hey, you don't want to lose any of your principal. I can guarantee you don't lose any of your principal. Buy bonds, buy bonds, buy bonds. And I told you, you're going to get your face ripped off. And boy, are they getting their face ripped off. Bonds around the globe, about 1.7 trillion they lost already just in a few weeks. They're getting killed as yields are going up. Yields today about 2.5%. That's the interest rate. Now, as if you have a bond, you buy bonds, and all of a sudden bonds start going down because investors are shifting out of bonds to go into the stock market, the interest rates start going up. And when those interest rates start going up or the yields go up, that's a signal. That's a signal that when they see yields going up, the dollar's going up, and it's a signal that the economy is going to be much better between 6 and 12 months. Well, that's true unless the stock market, unless the what making the dollar go up, what's making the yield go up, okay, is false. It's a fake signal. Stock buybacks is what's making this happen. Not good economic growth from savings, from capital investment, from productivity. We're not creating the good mining stocks anymore. I mean, think about it. We don't create good mining stocks anymore. Oil, drilling, construction, jobs that pay $65,000, $75,000, those are gone. So you can make money in the stock market, and you don't have to worry about being in the stock market and then go, oh my God, guess what? I woke up and the stock went down, I lost my money. Those days are gone with technology. Now, let me give you an example. Oil is going up now. Everybody's going to be chasing oil. They're all going to jump in and chase oil. Too late. You had to be in oil stocks already. So when they came out with this agreement and OPEC will be part of it or not part of it, and oil went up to $50, you had to be in it. You got to be in it before it happens. Stop chasing oil. So many people are buying oil stocks now. What did I say 3 months ago? I said, watch what happens. We're going to make most of our money in oil in 2017. When oil was going down and everybody was fearful, it was going to go down to $12 a barrel, I said, believe me, I said, we made our biggest money in gold and silver mining stocks in 2000, and that's where most of our money was made in 2016. I says 2017, most of our money is going to be made in oil. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? No, I said it's going to happen. And here it is. Exactly what I predicted. Now, one stock that we bought when nobody was talking about oil, it's Whiting Petroleum. I knew nothing about Whiting Petroleum. I know nothing about them. I don't know anything about their balance sheet. I don't know what's on their balance sheet. I don't know their free cash flow. I don't know their profits. I don't know anything about them. I don't need to know. Here's what I know. I told my gang when it was around $9, we started to see around $9.16, the institutions were starting to buy the stock. It started to turn green on our chart. At 9:36, and you can see it right here. So I'm watching my oil stock, and all of a sudden I see it's turning green. See it? This was red. All in here was red, 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 red. And then it turned green. That was our signal right here. It turned green. And that told me that the banks, the institutions, the hedge funds, the pension funds, the 401k managers, they're all starting to put money back into this stock. And I know nothing about this company, and I don't need to know anything about the company. Let the hedge fund managers, the pension fund managers, the 401k managers, the biggest banks, let them do all the studying. And then I set up a chart in the technology. When they put their money in, we get a signal. There it is. You can see it. So we waited, and then when it got to $9.36, I said, let's buy. And guess what? It went up to $13.37. That's right now, that's a 42% gain. 42% gain. Now, I'm not saying every one of my gang members got 42% gain. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying we got a signal on our chart when to buy. Right here. See it? Right there. When to buy. You can go to your mobile device, go to philsgang.com, watch live, and you can see what I'm looking at right now on my chart. Or tonight, you go home, it's archived. But isn't this terrific? Now, here's the good news. Let's say you even got 10% out of the 42. You don't need the whole 42%. You just want a little piece of it. You don't need to buy at the absolute bottom. You don't need to buy at the absolute top. Just like a little mouse, you want to go and just get a piece of it. And you do that once a month. Do that once a month. That's all you need. And this is the technology to help you do it. 42% on oil. But we were in it. Now people are getting in when it's at 42%. See how people lose money? They get in when now it's already up 42%. That's nuts. More about oil. 28 past the hour here in Phil's Gang. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You're probably familiar with a pillow commercial that's everywhere. It's on TV. Know where you get the pillows, this new pillow that's out. You know what? You don't need a pillow good night's sleep. You want to make sure your investments are safe. That's where you get the good night's sleep. And that's what you get here at Phil's Gang with our technology. It's built in to show you when your stock is ready to fail, when your stock is ready to rally. That's right, it follows the money. You don't need a pillow, you need Phil's Gang. That's how you get a good night's sleep. You'll always know well in advance if the market's going to collapse or your stock. Join my gang, philsgang.com. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, join my gang. It's only $39.95 a month. Remember, every morning before the market opens, you get my coffee talk. At 9:30, the market does open. from 9:30 to 11. You come into our classroom. It's open. Then the gang members send to us emails about their stocks. I put the stocks up on our MV1 chart or MV2 chart. And I show them what to do. They'll ask me, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Should I add to it? Not add to it? Take money off? And I do that in front of thousands and thousands of gang members all over the country, all over the world. What a great way to learn. What a great way to learn. And then I have another program for people who are just so busy, so they have so much going on in their life, they just can't take any time. And they realize that they got to retire because they're never going to make money anywhere else. You're not going to make it flipping houses. You're not going to make it anywhere else. This is the best place in the world, especially when they rig the market to the upside, when they prop it up with stock buybacks, they print money, give it to the companies, the CEOs to go in and buy their stock because they're most of their compensation is stock options. So they push stocks up 7, 10, 15 times higher than where they should be. Right now we're seeing when you put on in the stock market, put up the chart on the S&P or the Dow 30, put a stock chart up. Let's just take the S&P. Overlay it with a chart of durable goods. These are items that you sell to folks. These items last 3 years or more. Because the durable good is the best indicator in the world is how your economy, the strength of your economy, looking out, looking outward. And what happens? We see that it is trailing. Durable goods sales are trailing by 25%. The stock market's 25% higher than durable goods. That's ridiculous. The difference is a bubble, a stock bubble. But they may keep moving the market up higher and higher and higher. What are we going to do? Find God, find religion, and say, oh, boy, we're not going to do that. This market's rigged. We're not going to get involved. Of course not. Because we have a chart that will tell us right off the bat when the institutions are pulling out, when the 5 biggest banks, when the hedge funds, when the pension funds, when the 401k managers are starting to pull their money out because they got 30, 40, 50 researchers, and they know that they see the numbers and they're going to pull their money out. We see that. I don't have to do the research. You don't have to do the research. Magilla Gorilla doesn't have to do the research. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing. The technology identifies when they're pulling their money out. So they've done the research for us. It works. Take Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, wonderful stock. Here, you can see it. Go to my site, philsking.com. If you have a mobile device, click on live. You see it right here. In fact, you see it was red. It was red back in October 10th. Then it turned green. Turned green. October 11th. Around $167. See it right here? Turned green. Not making this up. Today, it's at $226. $226. We have a 35% gain in Goldman Sachs. But we don't know anything about it. I don't have to know anything about it. I don't have to know its margins. I don't have to know if the CEO and his management are performing. I don't have to know the return on assets, return on debt. I don't know any of that. I don't have to know his free cash flow. Don't have to know their inventory. All this nonsense you hear from when you listen to these jibber jabbers on CNBC like this.
We've been consistently losing money on Duke Energy until yesterday, and I want to know, do I sell it or do I keep it?
No, you're in it for a 4.5% yield. It's true that interest rates could be headed higher, but I'm not going to tell anyone that they should sell Duke Energy now.
What is that? What kind of advice is that? So what you do? You just pop it up on your chart. DUK, bang, it's on there. You look, and what are the institutions doing? They're selling. Look, they're selling. It's red. It's red. So they started to sell Duke on November 10th. November 10th at $77. Today it's $72. So not only would you have been able to get out so that you sleep at night, you get out, you would have known they're pulling money out. You could have shorted and made 6%. This is what you do. Look, we have a problem. This country is not going to grow. Trump is not going to be able to. I love Trump. You know that. You know I know him well. I was in one of his books, his very first book. He had his first book, and he said the 10 most interesting people he's met in his life. And I was graced with putting my name in. Very lucky. But Trump, he's got a lot of headwinds. You see, Obama always hated small business because they are fiercely independent. The employees are independent. He doesn't want that. See, his solution for this economic recovery, because remember what happened. The American voter rejected his legacy at the polls by picking Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton. Because if you go and look at economic health, federal debt, gross domestic product, annual growth rate, the unemployment rate, labor participation rate, median annual income, home ownership rates, healthcare cost reliance upon food stamps. Go take those categories. He's telling us, and his friends are telling us, like Zandy.
You know, if you look at the internals of the data, are very strong.
Oh, very strong, really? Well, let's take a look at these internals he's talking. Very strong, really. If I take those categories, Americans are so much worse off in November of 2016 than they were in January 2009 when he became president. So how can they say that? Because they lie. Bunch of jibber jabbers. They lie. The United States has gone a record 10 straight years without a year in which the growth of this economy was at least 3.0%. 3%. Obama had an opportunity to get to the 3% through small businesses. That was his solution for economic recovery, but he decided not to. He refused to create an environment for small business to be successful. Instead, he made sure he cut their source of lending, cut them off, which was to go and over-regulate the community banks through one of the worst bills ever, Dodd-Frank, which impeded lending to small business. Dodd-Frank bill is the worst bill in the world. Obama refused to create an environment for small business to be successful. Once you cut that source off, they can't go to the community banks. And then he turns around, he overtaxes them, then he overregulates them. And think about what he did. He gave them 20,000 regulations after he taxed them, raised their tax of small business, popped on another 20,000 regulations at a cost to the economy of $100 billion, not counting the new 98 regulations he's putting on now, which just 17 of those 98 will cost us another $100 million on top of the $100 billion. This Dodd-Frank bill was designed, it was such a lie. We are lied to about the Dodd-Frank to its real purpose. Just the same as we were lied to about the real purpose of Obamacare. We were lied to about the real purpose of QE, the real purpose of NAFTA, the real purpose of TARP. We were lied by all these. Obama claimed that Dodd-Frank was to protect consumers, when it had nothing to do with protecting consumers, so little to do, but a lot to do about putting small businesses out of business through increased regulation and taxes. Why? He hated small businesses because they represent the opposite, the very opposite of what he is. Now take Dodd-Frank. That was named after two congressmen, the two biggest parasites ever, who controlled two most powerful committees, the House Banking Committee and the Senate Banking Committee. That's right, Dodd-Frank. Two parasites who did nothing for this country. And Frank was responsible for you losing $12 trillion equity in your home. We'll talk about that next and some more stocks. Join my gang right now. 877-600-GANG. Nothing like charting.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, we're closing on 2016, and we're looking forward to President-elect Trump, his administration, and his prosperous economy. And what a great time to invest. I have not been this excited about the stock market in years. He's going to straighten out the economy, and the market's going to be terrific. This past year, I informed Phil's gang that the big winner was going to be mining stocks, gold mining stocks, and where we write. Some gang members gain as much as 50, 60, 70%. That's right. What an exciting year this has been for gold mining. So stay tuned, because this year we think it's going to be oil. Join the gang, philsgang.com. Just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're closing on 2016, and we're looking forward to President-elect Trump, his administration, and his prosperous economy. And what a great time to invest. I have not been this excited about the stock market in years. He's going to straighten out the economy, and the market's going to be terrific. This past year, I informed Phil's gang that the big winner was going to be mining stocks, gold mining stocks, and where we write. Some gang members gain as much as 50, 60, 70%. That's right. What an exciting year this has been for gold mining. So stay tuned, because this year we think it's going to be oil. Join the gang, philsgang.com. Just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show, where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Money, 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 can you use?
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Join now. It's only $39.95 a month. Remember, all we do is ask if you make money, please send money to St. Jude. We've been doing this for 15 years. This is why we're here, to raise money for St. Jude. As you know, or may not know, my son had cancer, and that's why I started this radio show years ago. So all we ask is, look, if I can help you, assist you, and coach you, and I can show you how to use a chart. And again, after 30 days, if it doesn't work for you, you have no obligation. But you see it does work. And the trick is to stay with the same 5 brand name stocks all year long. That's the trick. The same 5 stocks. So you're always ahead of the pattern that forms. So when it turns green or red, you will see it immediately. You take advantage of it. All I ask is that once you make money, please send money to St. Jude, Partner in Hope, only $25. That's all. And the gang membership, $39.95. That's it. Now, let's get back to this. This is interesting. This is what you want in a president.
President-elect has indicated that he deserves credit for that announcement. If he is successful in doing that 804 more times, then he will meet the record of manufacturing jobs that were created in the United States while President Obama was in office.
When Donald Trump was running for president, he said that if he was elected president of the United States, America would start winning again. Well, today America won, and we have Donald Trump to thank.
That's right. Carrier, air conditioning. They're going to keep 1,000 jobs over here. See, he did that even before he was in the Oval Office. See, he's a businessman. He's a businessman. And that's why I have so much confidence in the stock market. Here's what I have in the stock market. This market is way overbought. This market is going to have to correct. He can't turn around and clean this market, fix this market before it collapses. It will collapse. It will collapse under its own weight. It's so overbought, it's incredible. As soon as the stock buying stops, as soon as the front loading stops, this is going to be a beautiful correction. We're going to get all these stocks where you're going to start buying beautiful stocks at great discounts. See, as I told you, the solution to Obama's problem that he couldn't grow the economy when all the other presidents did, 3%, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Was to help the small business in this country. But he wouldn't do it. That was the solution for 4% GDP. But see, he could not deliver small businesses as his solution to grow the economy at 4%, because a real jobs program contradicts his core principle of redistribution of wealth. His ideology that government is far better at creating jobs than small business entrepreneurs, and that government knows so much better than we do what is best for ourselves and our family. He hates small business. If you don't think so, remember TARP? He gives $472,000 per employee to GM out of TARP. You know what he gave small Main Street businesses? $124. As a result, we have more small businesses closing their doors than opening. He's the only president in history that gets the distinction that he's never hit 3%. This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. He was using his experience as a neighborhood organizer to try to grow the economy. He felt government solutions were what you needed. Government solutions. Because as an organizer, neighborhood organizer, he saw government solutions. Always government solutions to the problems. Were far better than the private sector solution, the entrepreneur, because government's so much smarter. But what he didn't realize, because he's a dope, the government solutions have a long history of failure, making the problem you're trying to fix even worse. And his quick passage of the Dodd-Frank bill was a killer. It's just unbelievable, the regulations. Dodd-Frank resulted in the creation of multiple regulatory agencies that all overlapped. So we had triple the original cost, and we ended up with being half as effective, half as efficient. He capped the fees on credit cards and debit cards. That was nothing but price fixing. That resulted in millions and millions of Americans becoming unbankable. Are you nuts? When Obama ordered government to cap fees, you got to be nuts. Because lenders refused to lend. So the Frank Dodd bill was an impediment to lending. They could not lend. They can't make a profit, so why would they lend? But he didn't get that because he's an organizer, neighborhood organizer. In the end, the Dodd-Frank bill hurt this economy, hurt this consumer, hurt credit card approval. It became too difficult to even get a credit card approved. It became difficult to get a mortgage underwriting. The standards were incredible, so tough. Even FHA borrowers needed a FICO credit score of 3.25, and they raised it to 750 to help them. Imagine they take FHA borrowers and they turn around and they raise from 3.25 to 750. How are they going to get credit at 750? They couldn't get credit at 3.25. And then loan costs because of Dodd-Frank went up over 22% over the last 5 years. This is nuts. The federal debt has doubled from $9.9 trillion at the end of 2008 to $19 trillion, $20 trillion at the end of this year here. Are you crazy? This is nuts. Obama has overseen the worst economic growth of any president since Herbert Hoover. He's the only president since Herbert Hoover has not had a single year that saw annual growth of GDP that reached or exceeded 3%. This is nuts. It's just crazy. You just wonder, where's it? Listen, Barney Frank. Here's Barney Frank, a parasite. Here is Barney Frank's reaction to Trump's position to amend Dodd-Frank because it impedes lending, which it does. Listen to what Barney Frank says.
When you talk about making changes with regard to the Volcker Rule, I do think that we should make it explicit that banks under $10 billion in assets aren't covered by it. They aren't in fact, but they spend a lot more money trying to show that they are. But beyond that, I want to know, when he says make it easier to lend, one of the things that we have in the law is a restriction on loans being made for home mortgages to people who are very unlikely to pay them back.
All right, wait, where'd that come from, Frank? From you. Because you wanted to get everybody in the inner cities a house. Then what'd you do? All the banks, you went to the banks and you said to the banks, I want you to loan to everybody. I don't care what their credit score is. I don't care if they can't even make their payments. Loan to them. And then we're going, don't you worry, Mr. Banker. I'm going to take those loans and I'm going to give them to Fannie and Freddie, and they're going to have to take them. And Fannie and Freddie said, wait a minute. For 25 years, we only take AAA loans, the best loans. That's why Freddie and Fannie, which is really just an arm of the Treasury, never got in trouble. But he forced them to take loans that were bad. And because of that, they went broke. Because of that, you and I had to bail out the Fannie and Freddie with $188 billion. Because of that, $12 trillion was lost. All his fault. If he left Fannie and Freddie alone, the banks would have been responsible. But when they go to the banks and tell the banks, take your loan to anybody because you don't have to hold out the loan. You can just sell it. Just sell the loan to Fannie and Freddie. That's what he told them. Imagine. So he says, what do you care if this guy comes in and he buys a $400,000 house and he can't afford an $80,000 house? What do you care? We're going to take your loan and give it to Fannie and Freddie. I'm going to force them to take it. And then his buddy stole, I forgot, Frank, what was his name? I can't, Raines. Then Raines, his buddy, stole like $130 million. His best pal, his friend. Just nuts. Look, join my gang right now. 877-600-GANG and sleep at night. I'm not saying I'll make you rich, but I'll give you a good night's sleep. We'll see you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.